Have you ever wondered why some people achieve massive success while others keep spinning in circles? It's not luck, it's not talent alone, it's habit. I'm a business owner and a psychologist, and I've studied failure and success for years. And one book that completely shaped how I live and how I build businesses is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Today I will not just break down these 7 habits, but will show you how to actually apply them in your own self-improvement journey. Because these principles without action, they're just theory. So let's dive in. The first one is foundation. Be proactive instead of reactive. Most people live like victims of circumstances, blaming their boss, their parents, or their current life situation. But proactive people take ownership. They recognize that while they can't control everything, they can always control their response. For me, this shifted everything in my business. I used to think, well, if the market is down, I can't do much. But when I shifted to asking, what can I do? What in my control? I start innovating instead of waiting. Application for you. Write down 3 things you complain most often, then reframe them to actions you can control. If you complain, I don't have enough time, reframe it. I can schedule 1 hour daily for my goals. Proactivity is not about ignoring problems. It's about refusing to let them own you. Covey teaches us that everything created twice. First in your mind, second in your reality. This habit forces you to ask, what's my vision? What do I actually want my life to look like? Most people wonder because they never define the end. When I started my businesses, I wrote down exactly lifestyle I want in 5 years. Where I live, how I work, who I was surrounded by. That clarity became my compass. And here's the psychology behind it. Your brain filters the reality you focus on. With a clear vision, your subconscious starts seeing opportunities that align with it. Application for you. Write your own personal mission statement. It's not about fluff, it's about a North Star. Define your values, the impact you want to leave, and what success means to you. This is a productivity principle that separates dreamer from a doer. Covey distinguishes between what's urgent and what's important. Most people get trapped in urgent emails, small fires and distractions. But true effectiveness comes from consistently investing in what matters and what's important. Health, relationships and long-term goals. I learned this in a hard way. I worked 12 hours days putting fires, but never built a system. Once I prioritize importance, like building strategy or developing people, I scaled with less stress. Application for you. Every morning when you wake up, write down 3 sentences, what you must do and what's important. Do them before the distractions. Train yourself to protect your deep work time like your life depends on it. In businesses, relationships and even family, most people default to a scarcity mindset. They think that someone else's win is their loss. But the most effective people find solutions where everyone grows. For example, for negotiations, I used to aim just to win, but that often left resentment and weak partnership. When I start asking how both of us can win in the long term, I built lasting business relationships that gave back tenfold. Psychologically, a win-win approach reduces stress, builds trust and aligns with human reciprocity, the tendency to give back when we feel valued. Application for you. Next time you face a conflict, pause and ask yourself what outcome would benefit both of us. This mindset shift doesn't make you feel weak. It makes you powerful because people want to work with you instead of against you. Here's where most people fail. They want to be heard, but they don't listen. Covey's principle is rooted in empathy. Listening not just with your ear, but with your full attention and your heart. As a psychologist, I see this daily. People don't want quick fixes. They want to feel understood. When I applied this to my business, everything changed. Instead of trying to sell people what I thought they need, I first listened deeply to their problems. The result? Stronger trust and better solutions. Application for you. Practice active listening today. In next conversation, repeat what you heard before responding. This shows empathy and ensure real understanding. You will notice how people open up more and your influence grows naturally. Synergy means combining the strengths, so the result can be greater than the sum of its parts. In psychology, this connects to the idea of collective intelligence. One brain is powerful, but multiple diverse perspectives solving a problem, that's a genius. When I was scaling one of my businesses, I realized that I was trying to do everything by myself. Burnout hit. The breakthrough came when I built a team and let each person to bring their strengths. The synergy created solutions I never would have imagined alone. Application for you. Stop trying to be a lone wolf. Surround yourself with the people who are different from you, who challenge you, not just agree with you. Collaboration brings innovation. This final habit is about renewal, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We live in a culture that glorifies burnout, but Covey teaches us that effectiveness comes from the balance. If you never sharpen a saw, you eventually will break. For me, this means meditation, reading, exercise, and connecting with loved ones. These aren't breaks from work. They are what make my work sustainable. Application for you. Audit your week. Where are you draining yourself? Schedule non-negotiable renewal time. Even 20 minutes of meditation or exercise can completely reset your nervous system and clarity. So these are 7 habits that transformed my growth and my businesses. But remember, knowing is not enough. You have to apply that daily. If this video gave you value, subscribe, press like and comment with your favorite book or your favorite celebrity. Let's keep building a life worth living. Let's grow together. Have a good flight, fam.